It's Matt from Z93's Morning After, joined on the phone this morning by Nick Hexum from 311, a big show at the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant coming up on July 3rd. Before we talk about the summer tour and the new album, a pretty big milestone for 311 this week. Just a couple of days ago, you guys celebrated 29 years together as a band, which is pretty unheard of considering it's basically been, since the early 90s, the same lineup the entire time.
Yeah, it's really cool that it's worked out that family bond has stayed. We're one of the top 5 longest running bands. I think U2 is of original lineup, that is. U2 has got the longest, and then Radiohead, and then I think De La Soul, and we're somewhere in the top 5. So it's pretty cool.
Now, I guess the big question that a lot of bands are going to ask as they start their careers, or maybe they're hitting 10 years or 15 years, how do you do it? Because there are bands that are made up of family members that couldn't seem to figure it out to stay together that long, and yet 311 has now done it for 29 years. So is there some big secret to your longevity?
I think keeping an attitude of gratitude about realizing we have something special here. We got to take care of it, even if we get frustrated now and then. Those are just emotions that can be managed, and realizing that we've got something good. So let's keep it going. So
with this being the 29-year celebration, have you guys talked about maybe a big 30th birthday party somewhere, somehow in 2020?
Absolutely. We gotta make quite a party out of this one, so we're talking about how to do that.
Joined on the phone by Nick Hexum from 311. Big summer tour. It's you. It's the Dirty Heads. I can't think of a more summer tour than 311 and the Dirty Heads touring across the country. How did that tour come about?
We've been friends for a long time. We had them open for us right when they were first starting, and they tell me they were 311 fans in high school and stuff. And then I got to guest on their last album and sang a song, So Glad You Made It. It's a really cool song produced by Rome, as Sublime with Rome. So it was an obvious choice. Hey, are you busy this summer? Let's make it a party. And we did, and they've been doing well, and it's a co-headlining bill with equal billing and equal time, so it's going to be 2 awesome headlining sets.
Is it weird having a band, touring with a band who had told you from the start that they were 311 fans in high school?
No, I love it. It's just nice to know that people are taking influence from us. Everyone's just kind of standing on the shoulders of giants and building on what's already come before. So it's nice to know that we're in that family tree for some people.
So what's it like spending the summer on the road? Most people spend their summers by the pool. They go on vacations with their family. You guys have basically spent every single summer on the road for the last 20, 25 years. What's it like, every summer heading out with your band?
It's true. We've only taken one summer off, and that was back in 98. So we're 21 years of straight summer touring, and it's just we decided we're more of a touring band than anything else, because when you're on stage and you're playing your instruments, interacting with each other and the fans there, that's the most important part of music, where other bands might say, okay, can we tour? Do we have a new album to support? And it's more about the albums. We take more of a cue from the jam bands, the Grateful Dead, etc., that just realize making live music is the center of our world, and so summer's the best time to do that. One
of the cool things about this summer tour is not only is it a co-headline bill with you and the Dirty Heads, but you've also got the Interrupters on the bill. You've also got Bikini Trill on the bill. Dreamers on there as well. It's kind of a big festival tour for you guys. How important is it for you to take some of those new and upcoming bands out with you?
We wanted to make sure we're giving a lot of bang for their buck. So the more the merrier. The more bands there are, and there are younger bands on there. So we just want to have a lot of people there. We talked with Live Nation about keeping ticket prices low, and we just love having a big, huge party. So, yeah, it is more of a festival than our tours have been. Usually it's 1 or 2 other bands, so this is a big bill, and it's going to be awesome.
Tickets are on sale right now. SoaringEagleCasino.com. The Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, July 3rd, is where you can see 311 and the Dirty Heads. And busy summer for 311, because not only do you have the tour with the Dirty Heads, but you do have your new album, Voyager, which will be out on July 12th. A couple of weeks later than the original release date. When you guys first announced it, first started getting pre-orders, it was going to come out later this month. Now July 12th, the date. What was the delay? What was the reason for the delay?
We didn't get the mastering in on time, and we still sell a lot of CDs. People like to have something physical to hold. So other artists will work up to the day before their album comes out because it's just digital. But we still do a lot of CDs, and we didn't make the deadline to get it in on time. But now it is set, so got that to look forward to.
Voyager, the band's 13th studio album. After 13 albums, I have to assume that you guys kind of have this recording thing figured out. Is it easy for you to go into the studio and knock out a new album?
It's it would be easy just to do the same old thing. What's hard is to find new ways to innovate and trying new things and, staying all on the same page of what to go after. And that's what we're most proud of, is there's some real innovative stuff on there that I feel like we kicked open a new door on Mosaic, and now we're walking through it.
You talked about in other interviews how this album is more innovative than previous stuff that you guys have done. Why is it so important for 311 to constantly be changing? I mean, you guys, I guess, could kind of sit in your ways and just keep doing the 311 thing, but you guys have changed so much over the years and done so many different things on albums. Why is it important for you guys to kind of keep it fresh and do different stuff?
Well, I would say actually we take a kind of a dual path, is that a good part of the album is totally old school 311 heavy riffs with rapping and singing choruses like that classic 311, and then other portion of the album is stuff you never heard, because the departures are vital to this band. Like our breakthrough songs were always kind of sounded like something that we hadn't done before, so you got to keep both sides going. Some people would love us just to do old school stuff. Some people would like only new inventions, but we like both, so we put them both on the album.
Now, you guys have already released a couple of songs from Voyager. Is it weird for you? I mean, you guys have been at this for, as we've talked about, 29 years now, released 13. This will be your 13th studio album. Things are a little bit different now. Now you have to release 2 tracks right when you announce the album, then you release a 3rd track before the album is even out, as opposed to here's a single, now the album's out. Is it weird for you guys the way that things work now with basically, I mean, there are bands that release the entire album before the album is actually out now.
Yeah, we're going to do another Grat track here shortly. I'm not sure the date on that. So we like to just tease a little bit, keep people interested, but then the big bomb is when it all comes out on release day. And I know that's going to be a feeding frenzy for some of our fans, and I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, new album, July 12th. It's called Voyager. Joined on the phone by Nick Hexum from 311. Now, when it comes to this summer tour, you guys in an interesting position because you've got so much material to pick from, with Voyager being the 13th album, and you guys have such a rabid fan base that wants to hear, those hidden gems that they haven't heard, from Transistor or Sound System or whatever it might be. But you also want to play those songs. You want to play the hits, as they say. How do you guys kind of find a happy medium when you're planning out a set list for a tour?
Basically, we have a set list meeting after sound check each day, and we kind of have developed a feel for what's going to work where, and walking that balance between classic and new stuff. Because just like on the album, some people would like us to play only new stuff they've never heard before, and other people want the stuff they grew up with. So again, it's a balance.
You guys played Good Feeling for the first time live over the weekend. How exciting is it for you, after all these years, to be able to walk out on stage and play a new song for fans and get them excited for this new album that'll be out on July 12th?
Yeah, that was a big triumph, and we actually passed out these light sticks and had everybody waving them in sync with the song. So it was quite a party.
And you'll be out on the road all this summer with the Dirty Heads again, July 3rd at the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant. Tickets are on sale right now, SoaringEagleCasino.com. Nick, it's been a couple of years since I've seen you guys live, so I'm excited for the show this summer. If you've ever seen a 311 show, it's one of the most fun shows you will ever see, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again here on July 3rd at the Soaring Eagle. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate you calling in this morning, and we'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
Appreciate the support. Looking forward to it.